Satsang is a sacred time of connecting with a spiritual teacher. It is a time of silence, a chance to slow down, relax, become more mindful, and step out of the constant race of thoughts and endless activity. It's not about waiting for answers to come from the outside. It's about looking within. The teachers remind us that the answers we seek are already inside us. Yet we return to satsang again and again, because on our own it's often hard to reach those deeper truths. Too many inner limitations cover them up. We search for these truths because if we never come to understand what God is, the meaning of life, why we are here, what happens after death, and in which world the soul will take birth again, then this human life will have been wasted. The human body is a precious gift, filled with incredible powers and possibilities. It can be compared to a modern device. Some use it only for basic functions, unaware of its true potential, while in reality it was created for profound connection and the awakening of divine potential. According to the teachers, the human body was crafted by a divine team greater than any earthly creation. Vishnu, Shiva, Varuna, Vayu, Agni, Soma, Surya, Kashyapa, and Manu all contributed to creating this perfect instrument for the soul to enter and fulfill its higher purpose. That purpose is not just the worldly goals we often grow up hearing about, but something higher, realizing God, awakening the divine nature within, and living from it. That is why human birth is considered so unique and precious. Before taking birth, every soul carries hopes, intentions, and specific goals. The sages say that in the subtle astral world, before incarnating, souls reflect on their future lives, consult with spiritual guides, and then choose to come into this world and body. But once born, the soul often forgets the greater mission it came for. The role of the spiritual teacher is to remind the disciple of this higher purpose. These meetings are never random. They arise from vows made long ago between souls. If one forgets their divine nature, the other will remind them and help awaken their awareness. The Guru's mission is to find such souls and awaken them to their true essence. Some students remember and awaken. Others listen reluctantly, distracted by busyness and daily concerns. And some resist completely because the pull of samsara is too strong. Yet deep within, every soul carries the memory of its divine nature. It needs to be awakened, brought back to awareness. This is not always easy. Karma can obscure it, but it is absolutely necessary. For this we need strong spiritual culture, steady practice, and discipline. By following the path of Sanatana Dharma, awakening becomes possible. On this path we call upon divine beings, saints, and siddhas who remain in samadhi, dwelling in infinity. During Arati we invoke the goddess Saraswati because we still lack true wisdom. We ask her to grant us clarity of mind so we never lose our divine awareness. We pray to Goddess Lakshmi, the primordial cosmic will, to give us strength and success in practice. We remember the lineage of teachers, Siddha Pambati, Guru Brahmananda, Sri Adi Shankaracharya, the founder of Advaita Vedanta, and Lord Shiva himself, asking for their blessings to awaken and stay true to the Dharma. Those who follow the path of Sanatana Dharma accept the fivefold symbol of faith, Pancha Shraddha, a kind of summary of the eternal Dharma. The first principle is Sarvam Eva Brahman. Everything is God. Everything is the Absolute. It is important to believe in the all-pervading divinity that fills the entire universe, the very source from which we came and in which we live. The second is Moksha and samsara. Though we live in a world of limitations and karma, samsara, we have the opportunity to attain liberation, moksha, and true freedom, as divine beings do. All divine beings dwell in a dimension of freedom. They are not bound by the law of karma, by the physical body, by time, space, or cause and effect. We too must strive to attain liberation from this world in order to become truly free. The third principle is karma and reincarnation. The law of cause and effect is real, and the soul reincarnates according to it. The fourth principle is the Vedas and the Sadguru. This is the sacred knowledge and the guidance of the spiritual teacher. By Vedic knowledge we primarily mean the Upanishads, which contain Moksha Dharma, the Dharma of liberation. To truly understand Sanatana Dharma and Advaita Vedanta, it is essential to study the Upanishads. There are 108 Upanishads, known collectively as the Muktika, the canon of liberation. 11 of them were commented on by Sri Adi Shankaracharya, one of the great founders of the Advaita Vedanta lineage. The fifth and final principle is Mandira, the temple or sacred temple complex. In a broader sense, it represents our connection with the divine, with higher beings. We believe that we are not alone in the universe. There are divine beings, and we can establish a connection with them. When we remember these 5 principles of Panchashraddha, we share the same convictions as those who follow Sanatana Dharma, the eternal law of existence, the eternal law of the universe. At the foundation of our spiritual tradition are 2 lineages of transmission, the northern and the southern. These lineages play a vital role in spiritual practice. The northern Himalayan lineage includes the gods Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, the 4 Kumaras, the 7 Rishis, and also Dattatreya, honored as an incarnation of Vishnu and a manifestation of Shiva. This lineage also includes Sri Adi Shankaracharya, who revived the teaching of Advaita Vedanta. The southern lineage is the lineage of the Siddhas. It includes Shiva, the god Ayyappa, the sage Satya Muni, the 18 Tamil Siddhas, Siddha Pambati, and Mahasiddha Brahmananda. Invoking and honoring the saints of these lineages brings inspiration, purification, and guidance on the spiritual path. When all the conditions and circumstances in this life come together, when we have a spiritual teacher, the sacred scriptures, the blessings of the saints of the lineage, and a human birth unburdened by heavy karma, then we have the rare opportunity to listen to the Dharma. This is what is called the precious human birth. Such a birth makes it possible to realize liberation, enlightenment, and the awakening of our divine potential. It means we have gathered enough merit and good karma to practice and attain realization. Such a birth is considered extremely valuable. Even the gods of samsara long for it. For when a being lives in the world of Indra, enjoying the pleasures of divine existence and having all desires fulfilled, eventually that life comes to an end and their accumulated merit is exhausted. The aging of the gods in Indra's heavenly realms passes in constant regret over what they are losing, realizing how fleeting those pleasures are. In that moment, they make a vow. If they are ever given the chance to be born in a human body, they will use it to attain true moksha, liberation. Many of us who now possess great intelligence, talents, and abilities may once have lived as celestial beings in the realms of samsara. The merit we gathered then allows us to enjoy relative happiness in this life. But we must remember our vows and use this precious human birth for the spiritual path and for liberation from samsara.